All right, to get to project number 3 inside of TinkerCAD, just navigate to your modules here. If it loads. There we go. A little slow. And then head down to project number 3, 2 dice via TinkerCAD. Click on that. And then right here at the top, you'll click on this. It's the project overview, so learning targets. What we're trying to do here with the dice and the specifications that we want to build the dice in. So we'll use this as a guide as we go through this. All right, so once we click the link, it takes us over to project number 3. And you're more than welcome to play with the design that I'm working on. So I'm going to walk through this during class now. Show you guys how we're going to do this dice. So right now, our assignment requires us to do this in millimeters. So we are going to set our settings to millimeters. So we're going to go to the workspace measurements right here. Click on workspace measurements. It's going to bring up our settings, and we're going to change our settings to metric. All right. And then our preset size. So if we're making like a 20 millimeter cube, we probably size this down. So I just do a 100 millimeter workspace. That's fine. Make it default. Default's fine too. All right, and then I'm going to close settings. So now I tighten up this work plane that I have. So the first step, I'm going to be making a cube, right? A dice, 6-sided dice. So I'm going to use a square here, and I can specify this cube here size, and it looks like when we brought it in the space, it's already set to 20 millimeters. So we could adjust the size if we needed to, but we are right on the dot for 20. Awesome. So our length, width, and height is 20 millimeters. And for our dice, we can bevel the edges. So inside of TinkerCAD calls it radius. So we can adjust the radius here, and we can smooth our edges on the dice that we'll be working on, and we can increase that all the way to making a circle. So probably adjust the radius, probably 3 would be a good spot. And then we can add more. If we add steps, we further subdivide it. So that would be in Blender subdividing. So steps for further subdividing. We can kind of see as we get close on this cube, as we further increase the steps, it's further subdividing our dice here. All right. So there is our dice to start with. Now we need to create the holes on the dice, or the grooves on the dice, right? So I would grab a sphere. The sphere, we can size this down. So that's not going to work out very well if we try to apply the sphere directly to the dice. So we need to size it. If we hold the shift key, and grab the top, so the top square of the sphere, we can size this down. All right, and maybe a good spot is 3 centimeters for our sphere. And we can select both the sphere and the cube, and use our alignment tool, or we can press L for align, and then we can align our sphere. to our dice. Right from the get-go, we're already aligned with our dice, and kind of looks small. So I'm gonna get out of alignment, and I'm gonna go back to my sphere here. I'm gonna size it up a little bit. I'm gonna get it to 5 millimeters. Change that to 5 here. So now we have 5 millimeters. Maybe that looks a little more on point. So I'm going to go back to my alignment tool, and I'm going to align the two objects again. Make sure that we're aligned here. So there is my one dice right here, one side of my dice. And now I can convert that to a hole. So I'm going to switch this from a solid to a hole. All right. And then I'm going to select my dice. And then I'm going to union the group. So I'm going to union group. And now I created a hole in my dice. So now I have that set up. One side of my dice is complete. So how are the rest of the sides of the dice made? So I'd probably suggest to use a reference image for a dice. So I just look up reference image for the dice. So all sides of the dice here. So we see we can use this as a reference right here. All right. Use this as a reference. So we have one two-sided. So we can go over to the two-sided dice. Go to the other side. We can maneuver to the top here. All right. So as long as we keep that same pattern, stay in that pattern. And now got to think about how I'm going to do this next step here. So I can ununionize the bundle. I'm going to separate the group. I'm going to ungroup it. All right. And then I'm going to duplicate. I'm going to copy. So I'm going to do Control C and then Control V. And now I've duplicated the sphere that we're going to make our grooves on the dice. I'm going to have to duplicate it again. So I have two total dice. Two at the sides. So then I'm going to slide this one over here. All right. Now I'm going to have to think about how I'm going to do this second side of the dice. All right. Here. So I can possibly manually maneuver it and align it. Maybe eyeball it. I know in Blender it's going to be a little more exact, and that's fine. I'm going to go back to this one. I'm going to make sure that I am bundled, grouped here. Make sure that's done. All right. Now I'm going to go to this other side, select these, and I'm going to align, use my alignment tool. So I'm going to press L and align these guys, all right, to the sphere. It looks like I can't necessarily do that right now. Something's not right. So I can't align this right now the way that I want to. Set that there. Right here. All right, so basically I am aligning this here with the dice. And again, to finish it, I'm going to select, well, I'm going to start preparing my next side before I pair it. Going back to our reference, so we are going to go to the left side here, looking at our dice. So we're going to have to go to over here to the left, this side. So now we need to get these guys. We're going to control, copy. All right. And I'm going to bring these down on the other side here. And align these spheres with the dice. So I can have a center, which I can again use the alignment tool. So I'm just going to, on these ones on top, I'm going to pair these, group them with the dice, group it, and now this one's grouped. Why didn't that one? Select, group. There we go. So now those are grouped in there. Now I'm going to do this side. So I'm going to align the center, alignment, and center it, just like that. All right, and I'm going to bring this one over. Bring this one down a smidge here, and duplicate that. All right, and then I'm going to select these guys, and then make sure that these are aligned. All right, so it looks like these are aligned. So then I am going to copy these ones. So Control V, bring these over to the other side because I got to do the 4. All right, so this is starting to come along here. Do that. Tighten these up just a little bit. All right, so I'm good on the 3-sided, so compare that. Group. Off. Now we should have groups on this side. And then I'm going to select these. And duplicate, copy, duplicate. So now I got these guys to the side. This thing is starting to come together pretty well. So now I'm going to group this side, and I'm going to union the group. So now the group is unioned here, and now I got to figure out where the 6 side and the 5 side. Where's the 6 side? 6 side comes from, so it's off the 2, and the 5's on the bottom. I'll select these, and then I'm gonna rotate here 90 degrees. Oh, they're off just a smidge. 90 degrees. Go and bring it over. So we're going to have to tighten these up a little bit because these are a little oversized, but that's okay. Make sure that these are all aligned. The alignment tool, make sure that we're aligned. There we go. Make sure these ones are aligned as well. There we go. I'm going to slide this over just a smidge. Nope, that's too much. All right. Then I'm going to select all these guys. Need to copy those, and then I need to do the bottom still. That's kind of like the last part. So for the 5 side, I need to delete one of these. I delete 6. I'm going to delete 1. And I'm going to center this one through the alignment tool. I'm going to select. Ooh, I need to pair these sides though before I do that. If it's aligned the way that I want to, it kind of looks slightly off here. These ones I need to slide over just a smidge. All right. Select these guys. And the dice, and then we're gonna merge it. So now it's merged. That, and then the bottom one, we're gonna select here, and then just align sphere here, and in the middle. Now it's aligned. I'm gonna switch this. This one looks slightly off. Make sure we're lined up properly. Slide this over. Smidge. Slide this over a smidge here. All right. Now I'm going to select everything. Merge it. Oh, that's a little off. These guys need to get merged still, but it's like off smooch. I need to move that halfway. There we go. Now we can merge them. All right, guys. So that is our 6-sided dice inside of TinkerCAD. So we can easily change the color of the dice to get different views of it. All right. The next part would be doing something with the dice. And I think I want to add color to the dice. Add color to the grooves. So we got to think about how I could possibly do that. But for the most part, here is our 6-sided dice. And then again, here is our reference here that we use. So just this was the dice that so I could see the sides of the dice. All right, so you guys have this reference dice right here to take a look at. All right, you can use this as a reference dice and then figure out how we're going to color in the grooves of the dice. All right, so you guys have this as a blueprint. I'm going to upload the video so you guys have access to this so you can refer back to it. All right, so that is it.